Okay, I went down to the local police department yesterday, or not yesterday, Friday, and I picked up a application for handgun license. So I'm gonna go over this with you. This is for Michigan City Police Department here in the state of Indiana. And first, if you're able to see that or not, but first let me explain this to you. This is for the state of Indiana only, because I don't know stuff for other states. The state of Indiana, if you live in a city or a town, you go to the local police department. If you live outside of a city or a town limits, then you would go to the sheriff's department. Okay? On one side of it, it has basically just instructions. And a little signature line on the bottom. On the other side, it's got the actual application where you would fill stuff out. I'm going to go through, I'm going to read all this to you, and have fun. Now, your city might be different, okay? Actually, I'm not going to read it to you, but they tell you that they only accept applications on one day of the week from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. You'll complete the application, return it to the police department, allow 1 week for the criminal history check, and return to our department following Wednesday. When you return to complete your handgun license, bring 2 money orders. One should be made at the Michigan City Police Department, the other made at the state of Indiana. And it has the fee down here. For a 4-year hunting and target license, it's $12 local, 5 state. For lifetime hunting and target with no license, it's $52 local, $25 state. For a lifetime hunting and target license with a current license, it's $42 local, $20 state. 4-year personal protection, $12 local, $30 state. Lifetime personal protection license. Lifetime personal protection license, no current license, is $52 local, $75 state. Lifetime personal protection license with a current license is $42 local, $60 state. Retired law enforcement officer, retired corrections officers, free exempt. But they do require a letter from the employer stating retirement of 20 years of service. Even though, interestingly enough, you can't retire 20 years from the prison, from the corrections, Department of Corrections. There's some sort of mathematical thing, I can't remember how it goes, but anyway, doesn't matter. And if you get denied your license, you get your state fee back. Which your most expensive is $52. So you'll or the most for the local most you're gonna pay is $52 if you get denied. Okay, so you must bring proof of identification with you, preferably a driver's license. An ID card will work. You have to live within the corporate city of Michigan City. If you live outside, you must apply to the Port County Sheriff's Department. You cannot apply for a renewal for more than 180 days prior to the expiration of the license. You may not have a handgun license if you've been convicted of a felony, to include felony DUI. Any person giving false information or false evidence to obtain a handgun license shall be deemed guilty of a felony. Upon conviction, you may be punished for 5 years, la 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 la. So you flip her over, and you got the little blocks to fill out. Now, you get your name, first name, middle name, last name, date of birth, nationality, your address. My residence is located within the city limits of. I've been a resident of Indiana from to. Place of birth, state, age, race, sex, height, weight, build, hair color, eye color, scars, marks, tattoos, occupation, location of employment. Have you previously held an Indiana handgun license? Yes or no? If yes, license year. Previous handgun license number. Has your handgun license ever been suspended or revoked? Have you been convicted of any criminal violation, including DUI? You can list that down there. Have you ever been treated for psychiatric health care of an emotional or mental illness? Now, I actually had a question of this one time. A person said have you ever been treated for psychiatric health care of an emotional or mental illness? And he said, well, I went to a marriage therapist after my divorce, and she diagnosed me with depression. Which is a very good one, because it may be. I said, go talk to her. Okay? And ask her if she feels you're suicidal or anything like that. If she says, no, you're just depressed, your life sucks, man, you just went through a divorce. Well, then, I would put no. Or yes, depends. You want to explain that to them. Then down here, you just check whatever one you want. Oh, shut up. Then it says bottom, I understand that if a handgun license is granted, I may carry any handgun or handguns lawfully possessed, subject to the laws of the state of Indiana. Now what that says right here, I may carry any handgun or handguns lawfully possessed. It means if it's legally classed a handgun in the state of Indiana, you can carry it. You can carry 3 of them if you want. So you can carry a Glock 21, a Glock 30, and a Glock 17 if you want to. Now, I'm on the forum of open carry, and nowhere on here does it say anything about concealed carry. Okay? So anyway, let me get off that for a second. So anyway, so you go down, you fill all this out, you pop it in, I think that's when you take it, I can't remember. Okay, so you go in there and just hand it to them, and they'll call you normally. I got a phone call, said, alright, come in on Wednesday, they made a time to complete your application. Your application is basically, this is how mine went, okay? They had it in front of me, he handed it to me, said, can you verify that information for me? And I just looked over and I said, yeah, everything's cool. And he looked over it. He said, okay. So you're applying for, at that time we didn't have a lifetime, it was only a 4-year protection. I said, yes. And he said, alright, is there anything you want to add or say? And I was like, no. He's alright. Come out here, went out a little around the corner from the office thing there, and did the little fingerprint thing. He took my actual application, and I think there was just a letter from the police department saying I had a clean background check and all that. Stapled it together, said I need your money orders. I handed it to him, he folded them up, folded it all up, put it in an envelope, licked the envelope, sealed it, closed it, put it in a little out thing. It said outgoing mail right there by the desk. Tossed it in there, and he said, it's going downstate probably this afternoon. I'd say wait about 4 or 5 months at most. You're gonna get a letter in the mail. That letter is either gonna contain your handgun permit and little information, or it's gonna have a denial letter. If you have a denial letter, you can go ahead and just call me back. And then he told me his name. I can't remember what it was. It was a couple years back. He said you can call me back, and I'll look into it. It might have been denied because of something wrong with your application. It might have been denied because the fingerprints came back to something. He said, I'll look into it. If it comes back because you're not qualified, well, there's nothing you can really do about it. But if there's a problem with the application, we could fill it out again. Shook my hand. I said, thank you. He said, have a nice day. I said, you too. And rolled. That was it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fill this thing out. And that'll be the end of it. I will keep an update. I will actually make a video talking about, or at least I'll write it down of when I return it and stuff. So, yeah, peace out.